We are live.
I always say that I want a way to start the show. Like I'd like a snappy intro of some kind, like a thing we always say.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been watching Shameless lately,
Yep.
which I like very much as a show. It gets a little sloppy. I've never seen the last couple seasons, and it's getting a little sloppy. But I do enjoy it as a show. But I'm thinking maybe we adopt this feature that they have, where how shows do like previously, especially HBO and Showtime shows.
Mm-hmm.
They have previously on.
You want to do that?
Like it's like here's what happened last week. But on Shameless, the characters every week it's a different character looking at the camera and going like, "Hey, I've got 5 kids to take care of. Where the fuck were you last week?" And it is so off-putting that every time I watch, it makes me want to turn off the fucking show.
Everything about that show makes me not want to watch it.
I like it very much. I think Fiona Gallagher is a great character.
I know nothing about
And Frank Gallagher is a good character. Other than that, there's some, the youngest daughter rivals. I've said the Kid from Your Honor and Walter Jr. are my 2 most hated characters. As I watch this, Debs, for any of you Shameless fans out there, Debs rivals them.
Really?
Brutal. Oh, the fucking worst.
That's not good.
Like the premise of this show is essentially they're kids from the hood. William H. Macy plays a real fuck up there on the south side of Chicago. And Emmy Rossum, Fiona, the oldest sister, has basically raised her 5 brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And like from when she was 9 years old, she started taking care of them. And the youngest sister is such a little shit where I'm watching the show saying to Alba out loud, doesn't she understand? She threw her life away for these kids. I'm getting passionate about it.
Is it a redhead?
The youngest daughter, yeah, is a redhead.
This lab rat says he was just with the ginger broad training her dog.
I think he's mentioned that to me, yes.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Yes.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. I almost said, no, never mind. Never mind. That'll just be for me in the old noggin. I'll get to laugh at it. Yeah, so maybe that's how we'll start the show from now on. I'll have Craig go or no, it won't even be you or me, it'll be like Mike or Matt from Very Good Show.
Or Matt from Rhode Island.
Matt from Rhode Island, yeah, Matt from Rhode Island will go, hey, where the fuck have you been?
I'll get a clip of I keep meaning to actually get Bruce Buffer saying real live, so I don't have to.
No. Maybe next time.
I'll remember.
Speaking of Matt from Rhode Island, by the way, let's get this right out of the way early, because I always forget. Check out our boy, Matt from Rhode Island. He cuts our clips. Check out Vaulted Podcasts. If you yourself do a podcast that need a little help, then check out Vaulted Podcasts we always do this. Is it Providence or Pawtucket, Rhode Island?
Pawtucket,
Rhode Island. So check them out. And also check out The Average Nobodies, Matt's podcast. Those guys, they're good eggs, and they have fun on that show, it seems. So go check them out.
Is a very fun program. Everyone should check it out, yes.
Yeah. An equally fun program. If you follow my Twitter, you'll see that I was just listening to the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yes.
And he had Yeonmi Park on.
Mm-hmm.
A North Korean defector. She escaped North Korea, and she was telling her story, and it's fucking brutal to listen to. It's like kids eating.
Yeah, I'm 30 minutes in, and it's fucking nuts.
Oh, it's madness. And I mean, we as Americans know that happens, but then when we listen to someone tell the story, it's like, all right, come on, stop.
I didn't even think
it off.
I didn't even think it was to the point that she was saying, though.
Right, neither did I. I didn't know that level. They starve their people. She's talking about, kids eating rats in the streets and then the rats feeding off the kids' dead bodies. It's a wild fucking scenario. And she said something like, when she leaves her mom, she's like, when I say goodbye to my mom, I have no idea if I'm ever going to see her again, or if she's going to get killed or raped by the next time I see her, or what. And, she's talking about how her father was imprisoned and all kinds of horrible things. And the whole time, all I could think of was just that this is probably what Craig tells the Minifan ladies he has to deal with.
That I'm being starved.
He's like, you guys have no idea what it's like over there. It's so nice to be here on a podcast where I can really, stretch my legs a little bit.
I'm allowed to speak there. I don't get beaten or anything. Yeah.
How were the ladies?
They were great. The ones that showed up.
Oh, there was a no-show.
Yeah.
Tisk tisk.
Yeah.
Well, thank God they had you there.
She's the anchor on that show anyway, so it's fine.
Thank God. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Craig goes on a show about a reality show that he doesn't watch.
I do watch
That's
it.
how much of a whore he is.
I watched one of them prior and I watched it kind of in passing because my wife watches train wreck shows, so it is on.
Mm-hmm.
But I do watch The Single Life.
Okay. I didn't realize they talked about multiple shows.
Yes, 2 of them.
Okay.
2 of them.
Same. So that's what. If you watch this program or listen to this program and you like Craig and you think, how could I hang out with this guy? He seems pretty cool. Just do a podcast. You don't even need to put it out. Just fucking say you do a podcast, invite him on, and he'll do it.
Yeah, me and Jeff Nadeau will do anything.
Yeah, low grade Jeff Nadeau.
I like the mob too.
Yeah, I don't know what that beef is, by the way. I don't understand where that comes from. When I see Rico Bosco calling him, a child molester, and fucking whatever allegations he throws at him. I'm team Rico on that one, from what I know, but I don't get where it starts really.
It started just with gambling content.
That's what I thought. That's why I don't know why it's so passionate.
It's more or less because I think so. Nadeau came in, Rico was already there, started talking shit and basically doing the same things that Rico does, and I believe having a higher win percentage.
Yeah.
So then Rico started like flipping out and he was very protective of his own space and just pushed him out and shit.
I'll say this. I don't want to talk about this too long because I don't really give a fuck about it. But I will say this. I watched that video when Rico wasn't talking, and I think it was like Glenny Balls and Marty Mush jumped in and started shitting on Jeff Nadeau.
Yep.
It might seem like a pile-on mentality, but I've been on the receiving end of like a Portnoy beating and have not had people jump on me to that level.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? Like when Portnoy was beating on me, Riggs didn't come in and go, yeah, you piece of shit. So I'm assuming this guy did something to all these guys to spark that kind of reaction.
They're all in the same,
universe.
Yeah. So they all kind of, know each other. 780.
Hey, is this sensitive Craig? Little sensitive Craig, little knife sharpening Craig. You're just watch tape on the TV show today.
What did I do?
Yes. No, I think he's calling sensitive, right?
Well, you're the fucking sensitive guy that's going on every fucking Minifan show.
Craig, yeah, good. Shit runs downhill. We're calling him sensitive now. You fucker.
Yeah,
he's the sensitive guy. Fuck this guy, Mike.
I can't wait to record VGS. I'm going to call Mike sensitive. I'm just going to pass it.
We keep passing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is that a producer trait? All you guys are fucking sensitive pussies or what?
Am I being called sensitive because I watched a chick show?
Because you're a little bitch in general. Everyone's talking about it.
A little bit whiny in the chat, Craig. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You gotta stop being sensitive.
That's true.
You gotta let the things roll off your back.
People call me clit because I'm so sensitive.
No, that's fun. You know what? I think that's a nickname worth sticking.
Fuck everybody that's saying you're sensitive, Mike. You haven't been sensitive at all lately.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I didn't think. I mean, I appreciate the call, sir. I didn't think so, but I'll talk about that with those guys on Monday because I can never tell. That's the thing is when I get in that sort of headspace. I didn't think I've been in a good place. I think, but you never know.
I thought so. I didn't. The coughing thing seemed aggressive, but other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about. I don't want to talk about it on here, but I think it's only because Dave was like, "Oh, we got this coming at you." I was like, "Oh, you got me."
Nailed it.
Maybe I was overly, but we'll talk about with the boys on Monday.
Oh, okay. So here's some clearing of the air with Nadeau is a snake. A while ago on Twitter, some guy called him fat, and he started contacting the guy's job.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's what inspired the anger. Then I think.
Yeah, I
Go
would.
after someone's job, that's a different level.
If that's true, that's pretty shitty.
Well, I'm willing to run with it. One guy said it in the comments. That makes it fact in my book.
It's lab rat. He's pretty up to date on everything.
I do think Clit Oconee should stick, by the way.
I don't like that. I
That's
don't know why.
not a self-proclaimed nickname, no less.
Ironhead much better. Stick with that.
Clit Oconee. Oh, let's tell Jerry that one. Jerry, you want him back on?
All right, Clit, let's do this.
And we could call the show the G Spot with Jerry Callahan.
I like this. See, this should be shit we shouldn't say out loud and just do a spoof show.
Right. I don't know if we've got the acting chops to pull off Jerry Callahan for an hour, though.
Oh, no, definitely not. I could play Let Himself Go, Jerry Callahan.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Too many.
A few bad months.
Yeah, too many lobster rolls.
Yeah, so that Rogan interview I thought was fascinating. Can you imagine living over there?
Sorry, someone wrote Iron Clit.
Iron Clit.
Living
That's
over.
actually the opposite of what you would want, though.
I know. Oh, in North Korea? Absolutely fucking not. When she's talking about how seeing a dead body was just like as normal as breathing.
Yeah.
And she's saying like the rats would eat the dead people's eyes and shit.
It's nuts. And it's hilarious. I'm not all the way through it yet, but it's hilarious to hear her talk about American culture where she's like, Joe Rogan says like overeating here is a problem. And she's like, why don't you just stop eating? Like, I don't get it. Like, I've never had too much to eat in my entire life.
She's like, that's never a problem.
And, I think I noted that Marin must have loved this episode because pretty much it was on like an 8-minute loop of her saying something devastatingly, soul breaking. Like some atrocity that's happened to her and an entire nation. And Rogan just goes,
what would you say to that though?
I know it's exactly what I would do. I just always find it funny because I think of like, Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes interviewing fucking Charles Manson or something. And so often just going, oh boy.
But I would say I would have been worse at it because she would have said shit. Because Rogan, I feel knows.
Oh, do you think you might have been a little worse at it than Joe Rogan? Yeah, you might be right.
No, I meant in reacting like.
Yeah.
Fuck. I wouldn't have known what questions to ask. And there was one question when they said she was lying about her age to get across the border, and she didn't know it, and he knew it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said.
I don't know if I've gotten there yet.
It's only like 20 minutes in.
Oh, maybe I just missed it then.
She said she was 13 and they said to tell whoever, like the guards or whatever, that she was 18 because China wouldn't take them because they're
right
because they're lacking wives.
Yeah. It was also interesting to hear her talk about the idea of, and she talked about causes that Michelle Obama has championed here and shit like that. And she goes, here people complain about slavery. And I'm not going to do the accent if that's what you're thinking. Yes, I'm quoting this young lady, but I'm not going to impersonate her.
It's as stereotypical as it gets.
I mean, to the point where Rogan had to clarify one word.
Which one?
The word metals.
I don't even want to know how she said it.
Well, you can guess. But regardless, she's talking about slavery, and she goes, people here talk about how awful slavery is, and they're right, slavery is terrible. But why is some slavery more important than others? Like, we talk about slavery in this country, we dwell on slavery that happened a couple hundred years ago, while in the country that she came from, people don't have lives. Like, they're beaten down from their birth.
Right.
And like that, we don't really get. We're like, yeah, that sucks.
Tough.
Yeah. So it was an interesting. I guess my central message is for all the bitching that goes on in this country, and we'll probably do some as this episode goes along. Sometimes maybe think about what's happening in North Korea. Hey, I guess we don't have it so bad, huh?
Well, that's what I mean. I the whole time like I said, I'm like 15% done with this thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, every liberal should listen to this fucking show.
Honestly, every American, because Republicans bitch just as much about this in a different way, but bitch about the country.
No, I know, but this one is specific to slavery.
Yes, yeah, no, you're right. It is more. I agree with you, but I'm just saying that, like,
You're just saying that for the internet clip.
yeah, exactly. To get these people off my ass. No, but yeah, it was definitely interesting, and to prove how much better off we are than North Korea, let me plug patreon.com/blindmike. You know, could a blind kid over there make money for essentially doing nothing?
You'd be
I think
murdered.
not.
You'd be murdered in the street.
You're damn right. I'd be long dead. I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, part of living in North Korea is finding food.
Yeah, not me, baby. I would have been eating rats.
They've been eating your eyes.
Well, it's not very appetizing.
just to get them off your back, you can like just take them.
Rats are like, no thanks. We don't want these. This is garbage. Yeah, so check out patreon.com/blindmike if you're not subscribed already. A lot more of you fuckers take this content for free. So we would appreciate if you want to check out patreon.com/blindmike. It's grown every month. The exodus happened and we maintained over 300 subscribers. So
it was our smallest leak yet, which is nice.
Thank God.
There was one 2 or 3 months ago when it was so bad. I was like, "What the fuck did we do wrong?"
Really? I don't know if I pay attention that closely.
Well, I think this was before, like, when you would basically give the month, and then you could leave.
Oh, right.
So when that happened, there was one that was like 35 people, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah, I think the main reason for that is people signed up at the beginning to be supportive.
Mhm.
I'll throw Mike a few bucks, and I think as the 6-7 months have gone along here, those people have faded away, and hopefully we pick up new people that actually want to listen to the show along the way.
Steve Robinson, by the way, still a supporter.
Is that right?
Yeah, I remember you. I forget where you said it, but
I said I figured he probably left.
Still supporting.
That's very sweet of him. By the way, thank you, Jerry. You got a message from Steve Robinson. Am I wrong about that? Are you allowed to talk about this or no?
Not yet.
Oh, no.
Not yet.
Top secret business.
Yeah, I meant to say something before we started.
That probably would have been a good idea.
I just completely forgot.
Yeah, well, I mean, the cat's out of the bag now. Craig and Steve are starting a political podcast together.
No, Steve has one. I'm just going on.
Craig's producing. No, that could be a good opportunity for Craig. We'll see. I guess I'll shut my mouth now. I didn't know.
That's my fault. I should have said something.
Well, boys, it could be very interesting.
Fuck, PGA's in here too.
That's a hint for 3 people. Less than that. That's a hint for maybe 1 person. Mike will get that. Mike from VGS will get that.
What did you say? I missed it.
I said, well, boys, we'll figure it out.
There's definitely some people in here that potentially could know.
Yeah. So good luck to Craig on that. He's leaving us again.
Not leaving.
Go listen to a very good show as well. While that lasts.
Not Corrupt, available now.
Well, that's a fun title.
Yeah, because the week before
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
And then I did a false start at the beginning, made it sound like I fucked it up. It's pretty good.
That's fun. I feel like you guys haven't talked about that enough. You should mention it more that happened.
What's that?
The Corrupt file.
Did we talk about it a lot?
It's 3 weeks we're going on now.
It's been 1 week.
It feels like an eternity.
It's been 6 days, actually.
It feels like a lifetime. All right, what should we? Enough bullshit here. Let's get down to brass tacks. What should we start with here?
Enough with all the palaver. More hints.
Another hint.
I don't know. What do you want to start with? I'll read off the topics, I guess.
I don't know. I mentioned to you, before we started, I have no idea what the fuck we're going to talk about.
when you sent me the text, it was like, anything else? I was like, is he mad at me? I'm driving.
Is that it? No, it's like, I mean, we've talked about a lot of this shit and there's just not a lot going on that I give a fuck about. It's like, I don't care. Cuomo, grab whoever you want, That's what I say.
Cuomo.
I think we're on the last day of this cough.
Yeah, I've been coughing too. I just have the luxury of hitting a button so no one can hear it.
Yeah, yes. I want the people to hear. I think they enjoy a nice sniffle right in their ears.
We got Bill Gates. We got.
I want to get to Bill Gates. You know what? First, let's play a man. You know, I've been hesitant to get the vaccine, as you all know. And I just want to get this out of the way because I think this will convince everyone. When you see who is on the crusade of getting people vaccinated. Let's hear from one of the United States' great representatives on why you should get vaxxed as soon as possible.
Hey, Twitter world, it's me, yours truly. It's heard something really interesting today. You know, with 99 or whatever percent of people dying or the unvaccinated from the new COVID stuff, and over 90% of hospitalizations, especially in Florida, are among the unvaccinated. A female doctor was on this morning. She made the best analogy I've heard. She said
that the worst way to go is either coronavirus or getting your throat cut. Those are the two worst options.
You know what? Corona's bad, but you know what's worse? A Bowie knife to the neck.
Those are the two, and you can only prevent one. So make sure you do it. The other one, you can fight for your life. You can have a waiter try to defend you.
So I can see the video, and I'm just thinking of like him. He's under like a tree next to a bush, like he's hiding to catch someone walking up to a dwelling, perhaps. So I'm just like, what if someone was walking by and just saw him, like, hey, to the world, like just talking
go get vaccinated. Is that O.J. Simpson?
Just him talking to himself.
And I know some of you diehard Patreon subscribers might note, hey, you guys talked about OJ a couple weeks ago. Doesn't it get old making OJ jokes?
No.
And the answer, genuinely, I feel like is no. Like, I really find it funny every time this motherfucker makes a video. Just the sheer bizarre nature of it.
Yeah, that was on the last VGS we did for the Patreon.
Yes.
It lasted about 45 minutes.
The whole show, more or less.
It was great.
Yeah.
I even was like, we were self-aware too. We're like, this is so hack. Who cares?
But it was fun. It's just fun to do OJ.
It's great.
And I believe that episode was that and someone who identified as Korean, which we spun into identifying as North Korean. So it all ties in.
We're just, it's like a show with, you know, connected episodes.
It's a never-ending loop. That's why you got to subscribe to the Patreon, folks.
Yeah.
To get great jokes like this.
extra goodies.
Thank you, Jerry. Does the Juice have more to say, or is that about it?
No, he's got more. We got to hear his send-off.
Oh, of course, yeah.
She said that being vaccinated is like wearing your seatbelt. That it doesn't guarantee you won't get in an accident, but if you do, you have a much better chance of surviving. Hey, get your shots. I don't like wearing masks. And as you people who aren't getting the shot.
I have to when I commit homicide. Masks, gloves, whatever disguise you can get your hands on.
I'm always surprised when people say they can't find a vein.
It seemed so easy in 1994. Boy, have times changed.
You people who aren't getting the shots that has brought this mask thing back. I'm just saying. Take care.
It was a lackluster I'm just saying, though. That's kind of what I watch for.
I know. Usually it's I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. A little cute laugh from OJ. Well, so that's important. OJ's weighed in. I'm glad with that. Now I believe every American is weighed in on whether or not you should do something with your body to prevent a disease that you might get.
I know.
I'm glad everyone is weighed in on it.
Alex Jones is trending. I don't even want to click that.
Oh, let's find out why.
Oh boy. Fuck, where'd it go?
The problem with trending shit is, like, my assumption will be it's like they're comparing someone to Alex Jones.
Probably. Especially with him.
Which that in itself should show the internet how unoriginal everyone is.
Oh, I know.
It's like every time something comes up, something else is trending.
See, I hate this
because
too.
we all make the same comparison.
When I click on the trending thing, and it's just people talking about how he's trending.
Right. Maybe he's dead. Who knows?
I don't
We're with you, Alex. Soldier on, buddy.
know.
Don't let him get you down.
I can't figure it out. Someone in the comments figure it out for me and let me know.
Yeah, so I'm not yeah, I talked about it yesterday, how Jennifer Aniston like essentially cut people out of her life
Yeah, I saw
because they're
that.
not vaccinated. Which if you read the article, it slightly makes a little more sense, where I think the way she framed it is like people she interacts with every day, if they're unvaccinated, she doesn't interact with them.
Hmm.
Which makes a little more sense than being like, talking to someone on the phone and saying you're not vaccinated and then cutting them out of your life.
Oh, the headline means like I'm not even responding to texts.
Right. I mean, it's slightly sensational, but not really. Like that's more or less what she meant. And
Mm.
it's just like this Hollywood bullshit where it's, Jennifer Aniston she's fine. She's not interacting with that many people on a daily basis. You know what I mean? She's vaccinated. It's all good. She's not interacting with the likes of me.
The truest thing you've ever said is Jennifer Aniston's fine.
She's fine.
She's fine.
Well, hey. She did you know what? She posted 2 bears on her story, so maybe she's all right.
Did she?
She might be good people.
It's been like a whole year of them trying to get that.
Oh, you did, this was a few months ago. You didn't see that?
No.
Someone must have sent her that story that Tom Segura made up about Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
And she posted it on her story and said, "This is hilarious."
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Good
So
for her.
she could be a good egg.
I'd hope so.
But it's it's all
she's at the
virtue
age-
signaling.
She's at the age though, and I bet she's got bad eggs. But
That's fun. When's she gonna settle? Has she found a man yet? Has she settled down?
who was she dating for the longest time?
I don't know. She was married to Justin Theroux, wasn't she?
Isn't that guy like a politician?
No, he's like a writer. He was in Parks and Rec. He dated Lindsay Nope briefly.
Don't
If
know.
that helps you.
Does not. I think I'm thinking of Justin Trudeau, the Canadian
Yes.
guy.
Yes, that is the Prime Minister of Canada.
Wrong guy.
And he also produces the Kirk Minahan show, I believe. Same guy. But yeah, it's all. I mean, it gets exhausting. I don't really care to talk about it, but it's like you see it. I saw a headline right before the show. Renee Graham from the Boston Globe, and it was Cuomo should have been a Republican.
Oh, I
It's
saw that.
That's an interesting stance to take if women are being harassed.
They should have not been us.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been funny if he was isn't he like them guys? I don't know. Is that the main takeaway from this?
I didn't click that article. I saw it like right before we started, but I think the headlines all you need to really know.
Yeah, I mean, people are fucking retarded. It's all getting ridiculous. But I think we should, we'll never solve these issues. I think we should get into a man who I'm eager to defend, Mr. William Gates. I haven't really. I heard a little bit of this clip, but I haven't given too much of a shit. It does seem very weird, though.
Can you explain your relationship with Epstein? Did you have any concerns? Was there ever any concerns you had about it?
Oh, certainly. I had several dinners with him, hoping that what he said about getting billions of philanthropy for
little children.
I had several dinners with him, and I said, "This fella's odd. Boy, this guy's a bit of a character.
I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, this fella's an oddball. This guy's off the walls."
He said, "I dress like kids. I should talk to this guy."
Huh, sex slaves, you say? Isn't this a colorful sort?
Huh. He's looking for funding to make like an underground bunker.
Yeah. Now, wouldn't you say massages from 12-year-olds as they're cutting into their prime rib?
You just hear Gates go, "I said medium rare."
Yeah, I'm sorry, sweet. I hate to be this guy, but could I send this back? Just have it a little more well done, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Bill. So the thing I was saying about this island I got and the ideas I have.
Yeah, please, thank you. You know what it's like to not have your meat cooked to the right temperature.
I like it undercooked myself.
Now you're telling me and Dershowitz could get a 2-for-1 deal. Is that what you're selling me on? Because I like it.
Like, honestly, how the fuck has this guy gone away?
You mean Epstein in general?
Yeah.
It's very strange. And the strangest part about it, I say it every time Epstein comes up. The strangest part is that we all say, isn't it odd that no one brings up Epstein? And we all acknowledge it, and just still no one looks into it.
We don't have news shows.
No, there's no one that would, who would investigate this?
Tucker, probably.
I guess, but he doesn't even really. I mean, I guess with some stuff, but he's an opinion guy, not an investigative guy. You know,
He does a little investigative
he
stuff.
does a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's just the news has genuinely become, and we have if we want to get to it, we could do one of these stories. But I heard someone call Kirk today and be like, "How's Mike going to defend Bill Burr talking about the vaccine?" I was like, I don't know. 'Cause
yeah.
He's a comedian on a podcast. News now is, hey, here's what Tim Dillon, Joe Rogan, and Bill Burr said on their podcasts.
Bill Burr has been wishing death to a large amount of people forever.
Right. It's and by the way, like, this would be his liberal take. He also is called a right-wing pig, toxic masculinity guy all the time.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. Am I that offended? I don't agree with him. I don't want everyone to die. But hey, if we kill a few, yeah. By the way, also in every Bill Burr special is he's talking about how we need a massive population decrease.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, we literally just need to kill millions of people.
That's what I'm saying. He had a whole bit about like a new plague,
Right.
like 6 years ago.
Yeah. Someone just needs to say it.
Should I finish this clip?
Yeah.
Billions of philanthropy for global health through contacts that he had might emerge. When it looked like that wasn't a real thing, that relationship ended. But it was a huge mistake to spend time with him, to give him the credibility of, being there. There were lots of others.
Our shirtless wrestling matches were a big mistake.
Yeah, when that wasn't the deal anymore, I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I thought, hey, pillow fights with another grown man who has a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress on his wall seems perfectly harmless. Little did I know.
Couldn't fucking Epstein have done the exact same thing, but with of-age hookers?
You would think, right?
Like, he could get, I don't know, like 4'8" women.
Well, hey, I mean, now we're dissecting the mind of a pedophile, and there's got to be a thrill to having the real thing, you know?
Yeah. You know what's better than this? Boy ass.
Right. Like, right, exactly. Like, if they're taking just short grown women, they're always going to know it's not the real thing, you know?
That's true.
That's what I've always said about it.
I can't believe I even thought that.
That's what I've always said about trying to mask pedophilia. Never as good as the real thing. Have fun with that, PGA Minahan.
He's going to have a whole thing going on tonight.
I'll say, though, he's usually on my side. He's usually anti-you, which I like.
Well, actually, normally his captions are way worse than the video actually is.
Yeah, but the attack is towards you, which I'd like him to keep his focus on that. That's the important work.
It's because I just don't care.
It's because you're such a bad boy.
And he's like, you know what? I actually like Blind Mike Project. I don't need to send him to his McLean's. I don't need to send Mike back to blind school.
He's going there anyways. Why me be the nail in the coffin, you know?
Yeah. I called myself Clit earlier, so I don't give a shit.
I know when a nickname has staying power.
I don't know if that one's sticking. Ironhead, I didn't see was going to have staying power, and that hasn't gone anywhere.
Right. Oh, people still call you that?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was talking to somebody today, and I was like, I really wish when Jerry asked if I had a nickname when I was younger, I went with no.
That was probably the best answer. No,
Yeah.
not really.
Could have been.
Yeah. The interesting thing with this Gates thing is, like, obviously that's why his wife left, I would assume.
Yeah.
Like there's rumors of that now, but she hasn't come out and said anything. That's pretty fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like of his wife, I'm saying. It's odd of what is it, Melinda Gates?
Well, what can she do?
I don't know. Say to the public, hey, this guy was going to Jeffrey Epstein's island and doing some weird shit.
To be fair to her, it did all come out at the same time.
Meaning what?
Like the Epstein, Bill Gates Epstein shit came out as her divorce news came out.
Oh, right. But what I'm saying, I don't know. I'm torn on. I'm probably wrong about this.
Well, because the story is apparently as soon as she found out, she was like, "Fuck you," and left.
Right. But I guess what I'm saying is by saying nothing, doesn't that kind of enable him to just keep doing shit like that if he is doing it? You know, like by not telling the public that that's the reason,
I
then
thought
we're all just left to assume, like, guess why they got divorced.
No, I think she came out and said that.
Did she?
I thought so.
I don't think so. I thought it was
Well,
just.
I don't. Well,
I thought she might have said it to people in her life, but I thought it was just rumored.
yeah, that's true too. Lab Rat says Bill Gates would sue the fuck out of her. Very true.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, and I don't
You know
think
what? That's funny you say that, Lab Rat. I've never had money in my life, so I'm like, just fucking,
just
just
say it.
fucking accuse him of pedophilia. What's wrong with that?
I'm pretty sure she went through connections to say that. Like I'm pretty sure she actually like was like, "Hey, leak this to some." I forget the whole.
All
story.
right, that's fair. You know, Craig, my instinct is to blame the woman, and I was looking for a way to do it. And it seems like in this case, there's just no. I just don't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Was there any more of that? Does he keep going?
Where am I?
Same situation. I made a mistake.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, good for Anderson Cooper for not asking anything after that. I'm like, all right, enough said.
So Microsoft.
You guys got any new developments coming up? I see you're working on a new internet. That's pretty interesting.
Pretty good.
On the Bitcoin network, they say. Now, you've been a Bitcoin detractor. Imagine having that much money. Like, so I always think if I, won the lottery, or when my Bitcoin gets me billions and all my other cryptocurrency, by the way, when that really hits it big, I really genuinely feel like I'll live essentially the same life. Like I'll buy a house instead of living in an apartment, obviously.
I think that would you're correct. Like I would live in a nice house.
Yeah.
But I'm still eating like Kraft mac and cheese.
So that's what I think. But I also believe everyone says that.
Yeah, but then it's true too, because you can just be like, well, I can just order delivery all the time.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it.
Right. But like that, and that's how I think now. But then like your lifestyle changes if you have $100 million or $1 billion. Like the people you interact with changes because you try to cut out some of the leeches at that point and shit like that. So what's the amount of money? And I'm asking this to the people in the comments, I suppose. What's the amount of money it would take to get Craig and I on an island fucking young boys? Take your guesses. I want to see how, what kind of ballpark we're working with here. I told you we didn't have much to talk about. So.
Mike Reardon says about 38 cents.
No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You're paying $5 a month. It's at least that amount.
Yeah, I would start buying a lot of guns.
But I do, obviously, I don't think we would turn that route. But like, what weird shit? What weird shit would you be into? Where do you think you would gravitate? Guns, obviously.
Yeah, I'd probably move to South Carolina, somewhere where it gets cold enough but doesn't snow.
Right.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, honestly.
See, my plan would be like I like the idea of Western Mass, where I grew up, but in a nicer, weather-wise, a nicer area.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Texas or South Carolina, North Carolina, the Outer Banks, I love.
Yep.
So somewhere like that.
All right, we're on the same page. So if this ever happens, because Lab Rat's saying I would build a studio, which I didn't even. Yes, I would, and I would launch a podcast network.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Build a house that has a Rogan-esque setup.
Right.
And then essentially I would buy a chunk of land enough where I can invite, people that I like. So none of my family. No, some of my family might make it. And then, a small group of friends, and they can each buy. This is not charity. They can each buy a plot of land for cheap. And then essentially it's just like college again. Like you live with your pals.
Well, how much money are we having here?
This is like, Bill Gates, set for life type. Maybe not Bill Gates level, but you're
then
set for life.
Fuck it, dude. I'm buying a whole neighborhood and I'm just gonna let everyone live for free.
That's what I'm saying. You invite your boys.
Yeah. Actually,
or your
I don't know.
gals.
See, there's the thing is I don't know if I would want to do the same street. Because you'd get sick of everyone and it's so permanent.
Yeah, maybe. But the way I look at it is you all have your own space as well.
Yeah, but it's also like if you get into a fight with someone when you're drunk, usually the space is what helps, but they'll be right across the street.
Yeah, I mean that's college though. I'm reinventing college here is all I'm doing.
college.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
That'd be great to just hang around Westfield State.
Actually, if you go somewhere where the houses are spread out enough, like everyone's got like 30 acres and it's spread.
Well, now we're getting crazy. This isn't like I said, this isn't a charity. These people got to be able to afford it. To some extent. You got to throw me $100,000.
I'm buying everyone's shit if I have that. If I have Bill Gates money, I'll buy the house, keep it in my name, and let them live there. And they can pay the rest of it.
Not with me. This isn't a charity. That's how you keep them honest.
If I had Bill Gates money, Mike, I'll give you $1 billion. Well,
thank you, pal.
Yeah,
that's very kind.
Yeah, no problem. Then we can just do this full time.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Make the Patreon free, but you still have to come behind the wall.
Yeah. You know what's sad? You know what makes me very sad about that comment is I do this full time now for this amount of money.
I would love to. We just got triple. We got triple or quadruple what we're doing right now, and then maybe we could.
Yeah. So subscribe to the Patreon, folks. Patreon.com/blindmike. Go buy a T-shirt. Teespring.com/blindmike.
Extra goodies.
Thank you, Jerry. And listen to Very Good Show and support that.
I would love that. Help me, please.
Yeah.
I want to quit my job.
Well, maybe you and Steve Robinson's project will take off.
Steve has nothing to do with it. I'll make that.
Oh, I know, but these people don't.
I know. That's why I'm sure the clip's on Twitter already.
Yeah.
So I'm just making it clear. It has nothing to do with Steve. He was conduit. Steve was conduit.
Yeah, a guy who knows a guy. What else is in the news? Hit me with something else here. Wow me.
You want to talk about that article?
Oh, the one I just sent you? The one I sent you today?
Yeah.
I get, yeah, if you want to. I just thought it was funny. It's always fun to shit on the Red Sox,
Oh, yeah.
And they are just a cunty. Boy, are you reminded every time you drive by Fenway now. What a phony liberal operation they are. They've put it in they might as well have said, we want you to like us on that fucking giant Black Lives Matter sign.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But this is Boston.com.
Yeah, which I was surprised that they wrote this.
And the title is Fenway Park Concerts. All white people again. This is unfair.
It is unfair. I got to say, obviously, you might say, Mike, typically you would be trashing an article like this, and I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not sure I have a history of that. I like evidence. But it is true that the Red Sox are the biggest phony fucking, champions of diversity. Everyone in their front office is white. And then when you look at this, it is, I'm sure, if I'm being honest, I don't think it's purposeful.
Definitely not.
But it's like hard to avoid not having like Drake at Fenway Park at some point.
But Drake also, if he reached out, they would absolutely put him there.
I mean, it is weird that they've had exclusively white artists, and Jay-Z was the only one with Timberlake. Like, so yeah, and the way they phrase it in the article is, so you have to take one to get the other.
I like how they're like, yeah, there was never anyone of color headlining except for Jay-Z this one time.
Let's ignore that. But he was with Timberlake.
Yeah, he was with Timberlake, who
that's kind of an odd pairing, no? Timberlake and Jay-Z?
didn't they release an album together or something?
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, one's more like poppy and one's Jay-Z.
Boy, you really hit the nail on the head, Craig. Yes,
You
managed to summarize exactly what I was thinking.
No, but it would be like if Usher and Jay-Z were together. That would still be weird. It'd be like the same.
Yeah, but then at least they're staying with their own kind. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm kidding, of course. Like Eminem and Jay-Z made a lot more sense when they toured.
They're the same genre,
right?
You know?
Yeah, no, I didn't have much to say. I just thought it was funny that it is like almost exclude. Because then I tried to think like, no, that can't be true. But then I also realized the reason I threw Drake out there is because like I was like, oh boy, I can't think of a lot of relevant black artists that could sell out Fenway. The next one I could think of was Kevin Hart.
Where did it go? This is my favorite part of the article. I'll read that. It's this guy, this black dude who's saying that Fenway's racist, which it is, but not because of the concerts.
Yeah.
When I ask young people of color, what does Fenway Park mean to you? By the way, this guy sucks at writing. He doesn't quote anything. Their attitude is, well, that's for white people.
I'm sure I believe a lot of people said that to him.
Yeah, if anything, they'd be like, that shit's for honkies. Like, it wouldn't be.
Yes, because we live in 1978. That's for those crackers.
When I say, do you know there are concerts going on at Fenway Park? I'm stunned how few of them even realize it. I don't even know that there's concerts going on until like the next day.
It'd be great if he was real patronizing. Like, I'm stunned at how few of them knew Fenway Park existed.
I'm stunned they could point it out on a map.
Yeah, I mean, it is weird to go up to someone that didn't go to a concert and be like, did you even know this concert was happening? They're like, no.
Yeah, Labrat even says rap artists prefer indoor arenas, and for no reason, I'm just going to completely trust his musical takes.
I'm sure he's right. He's right about everything.
Runs in the family. But they're bass heavy, so if that's outside, that shit's just gonna dissipate into the sky, and you're not gonna really.
See, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. Well, if you open roof, the bassy noise isn't gonna bounce everywhere. It's just gonna fly away. So, I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a lot of relevant artists that would even play it. I did like it better when Fenway kept it to like, it was like McCartney would play play Fenway, and like the Rolling Stones,
Billy Joel,
white people.
Billy Joel last night.
Yeah, like the legends play Fenway. Now it's like the Foo Fighters have played there, and fucking Luke Bryan.
So the people tonight, it is NKOTB. Who is that? What is that?
New Kids on the Block, right?
Oh, no fucking way.
They're playing Fenway Park?
No fucking way. I'm an idiot, but yeah, that's what it is.
See, like that seems like bullshit. The idea that they could sell out Fenway Park. There's no way they sold it out, did they?
They have one good song.
What is it, Craig?
Oh, no, that's not even New Kids on the Block. That's
what were you thinking?
I don't. The song that goes New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits.
Yeah. That'd be great if that was them. They're singing about the demise of their career.
Yeah, it's a pop band that writes songs like Manowar. It's just 80s metal band that sings songs all about how awesome they are.
It's like Dewey Cox's final song at the end of Walk Hard.
Speaking of Walk Hard, Matt mixed up Don Cheadle and Tim Meadows this week. We were doing On a Very Good Show, we were talking about the new Wonder Years.
Mhm.
And Mike said, "I bet it's a honeymoon situation," which it was. and Don Cheadle is the new Fred Savage voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we were
Okay.
talking. I go, "Is there anything Don Cheadle's not gonna do right now?" Because he was in like Space Jam and all that stuff. And then Matt just goes, "Yeah, Don Cheadle never took drugs ever." Like he started quoting Walk Hard.
It's
And I
not even
go,
the right quote.
I know, I forget. He did quote it right. I forget what it
Okay,
was.
all right.
I go, "That's Tim Meadows, you idiot." That was the most racist thing said on the show.
Also, just based on careers, how insulted Don Cheadle would be. Like, I like Tim Meadows. I think he's very funny.
Oh yeah.
But the
Oscar.
idea that you confuse their careers is
Oh yeah.
very insulting.
Tim Meadows, terrific in Hubie Halloween, by the way.
Oh, a horrendous movie.
Great movie.
I'd be curious to know how. You know what? The people didn't know you when you were championing Hubie Halloween.
It's a great movie.
You were very new to the show. I forget that. That's something you should all know about Craig.
I feel like it comes up once a month.
There's not a chance.
We've not talked about it in a while. It is a
I hope not.
it is a
And
very
folks, if we talked about it once a month, I apologize. And feel
Halloween-
free to reach out to me for a refund.
Halloween's coming up. Oh yeah, that had to have been right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Started in January. Well,
Yeah.
Halloween's coming up, so guess what's coming on TV Time Capsule, baby?
You're gonna watch Hubie Halloween?
Oh yeah.
That's great.
I wonder if we could pull that off without getting kicked.
We could do it in a way where you hear it and don't watch it, I think.
Or we could do that countdown start it thing.
Yeah. You watch along with us.
Yeah. Or
But we
I'll
aren't doing it, so
just
don't
put
worry about it.
I'll put a TV over my shoulder with the movie on.
Oh god damn it. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up to you. Because I think our guy Lab Rat will enjoy this as well. You mentioned it to me also. I think I talked about it a little bit yesterday. But why is Brendan Schaub doing another special?
I don't fucking know. Dude,
What a horrible idea.
I put your show on as I was going to bed yesterday, and I'm like falling asleep.
What an image, by the way.
Yeah, and I hear
Drifting off to dreamland as I tell drunk stories and rant about liberals.
yeah, but no, I heard you say the Brendan Schaub's getting a second special, and I immediately woke up and was furious.
Shook you awake.
Watched the whole rest of the show. I was just fucking like, motherfucker.
I think this is the last day of the cough. I swear.
What's he gonna fucking talk about?
What I mean, it's going to be like COVID shit.
That we're doing something with.
I mean, we have to, and I think we're going to have to do. I talked about it on the stand-up show I did last summer. I'm pretty sure I talked about it. I don't know if I did a full breakdown, so I think we'll have to do a watch along of that as well at some point.
His first one?
You'd be surprised.
No, you
Did we do it already?
No. You might have done. Remember when you were reviewing stuff? You haven't done that in a bit. But when you were putting those reviews out, I don't know if you.
Yeah.
We've talked about it briefly.
We did Gronk, which has a very similar vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. I whose fucking show was Schaub just on? I thought he was with Segura on Two Bears, I think.
Okay.
And just hearing him talk with the confidence that he's better than anyone at stand-up was making me angry.
Does he do that?
He's like, yeah, I take these people out on the road with me, and I'm making sure that I'm like, ugh.
See, he's a guy, if I see his name in the title, I don't listen to whatever podcast it is.
I think I listened. I don't hate him like I hate him on his stand-up. Like if he's on a show, like once in a while, it'll be all right. Like if he's talking about fighting, I can deal with it.
I don't hate the guy at all. I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah, for sure. I
mean, listen, he has a much better stand-up career than I'll ever have. Certainly,
we've talked about this before too. Neither of us would say no to Showtime. So
of course, I would do it in a second. And what I would have to do is like this podcast, I guess. Like that's what I said about that Sarah Cooper on Netflix. It was an abomination, and I 100% blame Netflix. Like Sarah Cooper, if Netflix comes to you with a bag of money,
oh yeah,
and says, "Will you do a special?" You say yes.
I am confident though that if Netflix came to me with the same premise or same like, all right, we're gonna do like this news channel thing,
Yeah,
I would have made a funnier special than Sarah Cooper.
it'd be hard not to.
I'm very confident in that.
It would be difficult not to because it wasn't even like so bad it's funny. It was bizarre. Like, what are you doing?
The
Like, are
Satan,
you all right?
yeah, like the Satan worship shit at the end.
Yeah, or just the idea that someone got famous by putting up videos of Donald Trump and just mouthing the words.
Yeah.
Like, that's why she's famous.
So I haven't heard shit from her since that special came out, by the way,
Well, would you like to guess why?
because it stunk.
Well, no, because Joe Biden is in office now. What the fuck's she gonna do?
Oh, I mean, I bet you. I mean, you could definitely do that to him.
Look up her. I bet she doesn't. Look up her TikTok right now.
God, if she's fucking still doing Trump, people are still doing Trump. Was she on Twitter or TikTok?
I think she was a TikTok star,
TikTok.
which I don't know how that works. Is it easy to bring up on a screen?
Maybe.
What an old man. Yeah, now how do you do that on one of these fancy gizmos?
By the way,
Oh my
nice
God.
trucks. You think I could hop into one of them and drive it away? I'd love to just drive
Now,
it.
when is this post from?
I'm trying to figure that out.
It cannot be recent.
TikTok, you like can't pause.
Like, no one's talking about shit anymore.
Not a single fucking person. Does it say? What year is it? Oh, it's been like a year.
That's her most recent post?
10/26/2020.
Wow. So she didn't even promote the special on TikTok?
That's why I was thinking maybe she's morphed to Twitter.
Maybe, but why would TikTok's a more popular app?
Oh God damn it. What did you do, PGA? I'm trying to find stuff and I'm getting distracted by recent videos you've posted. I'll find out later. The caption on it is I'm 100% a gearhead, but not all questions need an answer.
I can only imagine.
We'll find out after. Sarah Cooper. She doesn't seem to do much anymore. I think she might have gotten bigger. Is that the nice way to say it?
Oh boy. Well, that's weird. It's weird to get a Netflix special and then stop, unless she just agreed with the criticism that everyone gave it.
Well, what the fuck from that would make you go, I should continue doing this?
You know what? Maybe this isn't micro. Well, I mean, what would make you continue doing it is you did a Netflix special that had Ben Stiller and Maya Rudolph and John Hamm and a bunch of like very famous people in it.
All the most famous people of all time.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Well, I mean, then I know, but I mean, like the you had Megan Thee Stallion, John Hamm, who am I forgetting? Aubrey Plaza. Like you had a bunch of famous people, and still no one gave a shit.
Ben Stiller was the most egregious because he's like a comedian essentially.
Sometimes,
You know, comedic writer, anyways. A little underrated in some ways and overrated in others. It's weird. Like, I think some of Ben Stiller's movies are a lot better than people give him credit for. But he's also done some real fucking bombs.
what's a bomb?
I mean, the fact that he did multiple Meet the Fockers movies.
I wouldn't say those were bombs, though.
Little Fockers, you don't think was a bomb?
I never saw that one.
I mean, maybe it made money. I'm not talking about that. But, you know.
The first one was great. Meet the Parents.
Well, what's he done since Tropic Thunder? Like, Tropic Thunder is one of my favorite comedies ever. What's he done since then?
Let me pull up the IMDb. Let's see what's going on here.
He had some movie with I think it was him and Dustin Hoffman and
Meet the Fockers.
I want to say Adam Sandler. I could be wrong about that.
I don't know.
It was on Netflix. I don't know. I don't care. You know what? Never mind. Let's not go down the career path of Ben Stiller.
I am curious what he's. Oh, didn't he do Zoolander recently? The second one?
Oh, Zoolander 2 was an atrocity.
Never saw it.
Oh, it was horrendous.
Proud
It was
of
so
every-
bad.
I took a gamble watching Super Troopers 2, and I was like, "Who don't ruin the first one?" And I think I'm in the minority here. I liked Super Troopers 2, I think, more than the first one.
I heard the same. I thought you were the one that told me that.
I could have. This could have been a while ago.
Oh, you saw it a while ago.
Oh well, this conversation, but
I'm saying you saw the movie a while ago.
oh yeah, it was on TV not too long ago either, and it's still funny.
Okay. Yeah. No. Someone definitely told me that at some point, but
Oh, that was probably me.
no. Zoolander 2 was horrendous. Poor
Wow.
Jerry Stiller. They put in it for a second. You could tell he was going to croak any minute.
So, something that hasn't come out yet, Lockdown. I don't know. The last thing before that was Sarah Cooper, Everything's Fine. QB Halloween, terrific performance.
All right.
Uh,
Scrap this bit.
and then before that, it was like 3 years.
I'll be in Jersey this weekend.
Oh yeah,
Lots
you're
of excitement to be had there.
in trouble, man.
Why is that?
That drive tomorrow is gonna suck.
Yeah, everyone's saying that. I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
You know what you really should do? Is Alba home?
Yeah.
You should, as soon as we're done here, leave.
Well, we'd have nowhere to go
We'll get to Jersey in 5 hours.
and stay where. I guess you just try checking into the hotel early.
Yeah. You know you could do wait. No, that could be past. I'm thinking about past. But you just get like a fucking shit motel for like a few hours.
Yeah. I mean, I'm genuinely not worried about it.
It's gonna be a lot of traffic. What time are you leaving?
I don't think so. We've done it before. We've done the same drive for Skankfest a couple years ago.
So every
And
Friday,
that's into the city.
every Friday morning, I drive to Norwalk, Connecticut. I leave here at 3:30 in the morning or
Mhm.
4, and it sucks. And I don't even hit New York.
Traffic wise, you're saying?
Yeah. Just the traffic now going into New York City stinks.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I'm not that worried about it really, but I guess we'll find out.
New York's never, yeah, who cares about traffic when you aren't driving? That's gonna be kind of
That's kind of my philosophy on it. We throw a good podcast on, lean back in my chair.
does what are her favorite podcasts? I am curious about that. Do you guys ever agree on shows, or she
All the time.
Oh, okay.
Her favorites that I also like would be like she loves like Tuesdays with Stories.
Okay.
Big Joe List and Mark Norman fan.
All right.
She loves Two Bears.
Okay. Yeah,
Loves Bert Kreischer,
Ugh.
You know what's funny about the skirt? She loves Two Bears, One Cave, loves Tom and Bert. So I showed her Your Mom's House. And I was like, you'll love this. Because, women all love each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I really hate this. The girl ruins it for me. She's like, I love Tom, but no thanks. And I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, she's tough.
I like Christina.
I don't really.
Really?
Yeah, I don't listen to Your Mom's House at all unless there's a guest that's never on podcasts or something, or I'll listen. Or if Bill Burr goes on, I might listen.
Bill Burr was on this week, I think.
The most intrigue I've ever got from that was they did that paywall thing, and she got like the fake tits and tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what happened to her? That got me interested.
Yeah. No, I like Christina. I like Your Mom's House. But yeah, no, we luckily we have a lot in common as far as listening. So I think it'll be an easy drive, but I'll report back. I'll report from the road. If it's as miserable as everyone says, I'll tweet out that you were right.
All right. Yeah, you should do it. Do a live. Go live.
Yeah. All right.
Don't.
Live from traffic.
Yeah.
Louis, by the way, coming back.
Oh, you said that last night, I think.
Yeah, he's back. Like he's what would you call it? Rescheduled. Jesus Christ.
Where's he performing?
I think we're seeing him at Agganis Arena.
No shit.
I think.
Wow.
Does that seem right?
No, that's huge. That's like 7,000 people.
Really? Maybe I'm wrong then.
Isn't it? Oh, is it that Medford Theater or whatever?
No. That's Chevalier.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the BU place.
The arena? No, good for him. Holy fuck.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'll report back if I'm wrong. I'm sure people are very or actually people in the comments might even know. But I'm pretty sure that's where it is. But yeah, it's I like the articles now that come out like, should Louis be allowed out of his house? It's like, just fucking give it a rest.
He should be allowed out of his house because where all of his incidents happen, and like we're in his house.
Yeah, right. You want him out and about where we can see him.
If he's outside, no worries. He's not touching his penis.
You want to keep your eyes on him.
The door's
Yeah,
shut.
that will be exciting if we see some protesters. I wonder if they'll line up.
Oh, I'll go with eggs.
That'd be fun.
I'll counter protest.
Make a fun video.
That would actually be great.
I'll film as you and the warthog hurl eggs at these people.
I would love the warthog he's like tiny, so he could, sneak across and pretend he's one of them and then drop like an egg grenade and then dip out.
The warthog will be there with me.
When is it?
December 10th, I think.
Oh.
So not for a while.
If it's at the Aganis Arena, there's probably still tickets, so maybe I'll grab some.
Go for it. It was close to selling out when I bought him last year, but
good for him.
Yeah, it's about time he made some money, for Christ's sake.
Well, no, I'm just glad that people are. That should be the telltale sign that he's not. You shouldn't cancel him.
Yeah, I mean, but I've said this before, and a lot of people think I'm wrong. I think people would see Cosby. Like, venues wouldn't have him, but if they did, I think people would go see Cosby. There are people that would go to his show.
People might go see Cosby, but I don't think it would be to enjoy the comedy. I think it'd be like, what?
Oh, see the spectacle, sure.
But I also think they're going to heckle and not let him speak.
Maybe, but people were going to his shows after the Hannibal Buress thing.
Yeah, but like jail's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Especially when you get let out on a technicality.
Yeah, right. Oops.
They didn't cross the T's and now I walk threes and like whatever the fuck he says. Something about pudding.
I think what was weird about the Louis thing is I think even the New York Post had a headline. Like Louis attempts to re-enter the world. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, why is that so weird? Like, he's a stand-up doing comedy.
By the way, I know she always pops in my head. Like, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, sort of. But Tig Notaro's new special, Drawn.
Oh,
did you watch it?
No,
I saw the preview.
I didn't know it was out. I know she's doing like an animated special, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it is out. I think it is though, because it's all over. I think it was HBO Max. I'm not sure. Yeah. But it's literally Drawn. That's why it's called that. So how bad of a fucking special is it that she's like, I need to distract the fuck out of everyone with all these wacky cartoons to go with it?
Well, to be fair, people are just doing that now. Like they're trying, like, hey, it was the pandemic, so let's do something weird,
I hate that you're defending of all the women, Tig Notaro.
Oh, I'm certain it's awful. I'm just saying the fact that it's odd. Like the fact that it's like a cartoon doesn't make me assume it's awful.
No, because
the fact that it's Tig Notaro makes me assume it's awful.
No, I don't mind weird specials like Bo Burnham's recent one.
Right.
Harlan Williams did a fucking stand-up hour on.
I mean, the first episode of Why Are You Laughing is gonna be the day the laughter died.
The best one of those.
Right.
The best one.
Right.
But this one, I guarantee she filmed it as a special. Went fuck, that didn't go well. But maybe if we throw like cartoons over it, it could be salvageable.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe I don't plan on watching it. Really.
Give me this one. Give me.
Should we watch it? Maybe we should watch it.
Fuck no! God damn it! Fine.
Oh, you talked yourself. You talked me into it, Craig. You got it.
I was trying to get you to not defend women.
No, fine. We'll watch it.
Tig Notaro makes me root for cancer. Shut up.
All right, Craig gets his wish. We'll watch it here on Patreon at some point.
That would be hell.
Well, we'll see. I'll be the judge of that.
I really wish You know, and if you're listening, Patreon, can you please just step it the fuck up so I don't have to use YouTube anymore?
Yeah, make it a little easier for us to steal content, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, can we just do this, but on your platform, idiots? You have
If
so
we're
much.
not stealing other people's content, then what do we have?
We know how much money you're taking from us. Now imagine how much you're taking from Tim Dillon. You got plenty of money.
Right.
Get a new embedded code so we can put videos just directly up here. Fucking dicks.
By the way, I gotta say credit to HBO Max. I mean, shame on them for putting a drawing of Tig Notaro on their platform. But shout out to HBO Max. They're adding podcasts.
Yeah.
Which I said this. Have I not said this to you multiple times? That Netflix and these other streaming services should start buying up podcasts. And then, keep putting them out on Apple in audio form or whatever you want to do with them. And then you own those podcasts. You have a podcast network, and you just put the video versions on your platform, which costs you nothing. And the idea, I heard Cullinane say, who would watch a podcast on TV? As I was watching him on YouTube say it. so there's somewhat of a market for it.
That was my favorite part of that, because I'm like, he's saying this to probably 600 or so live viewers.
And then
YouTube.
Thousands throughout the day.
That's what I mean. There's always like between 500 and 600 people watching at a time.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes watch a podcast.
Sometimes even close to 1,000. And I'm like, does he not know where he is right now?
That podcast gets thousands. There's a podcast that gets thousands of views. Some get millions of views on YouTube, for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah.
So it is. I think they're going to start doing that. I don't know. I know HBO Max is a little different.
At what point though does it stop becoming a podcast and become like a television show or whatever the fuck?
Well, I mean, if they're smart with it, you know what I mean? Like if they're not smart necessarily, but if they're like creative with it and do something unique, but also if you're just doing, two guys and in front of microphones, I don't mind that either. Like I don't mind throwing that up and just watching. It was I meant to say this when we started. It was sad how much I could relate to this. Someone tweeted out. I tweeted that the show's starting tonight at 8. And someone responded, hopefully they're still watching. They said, "Oh, yes, the wife's out. I need something to do." And I was like, boy, how sad is it that something to do is watching us while the wife's away. But that's what I do. When Alba's away, that's what I'm doing. I got podcasts, at least in the background. I got them on the TV or something.
I am always listening to them. Always. Right. When I go to bed, when I'm like driving, obviously, all day. Yeah. As long as the wife's not nagging me. I got one.
So there are people like us, and you can say it's just for nerds, but there's enough nerds out there that there's enough nerds that make fucking comic book movies the most popular thing on the planet. So, people who like odd things are out there, and it's time these streaming services start playing to them, for Christ's sake. Start gobbling up podcasts.
Yeah, start with us. Take us.
Where would we fit? I feel like this is a Hulu podcast.
This one?
Yeah.
What is like Spike TV become? Whatever.
That's what I'm saying. We're certainly not Disney Plus.
Definitely not. No, I say stupid shit once in a while. You're actually pretty good about not going over the top. Once in a while, I'm like, "Oh no, bad."
What did I say? Didn't I say something about pedophiles today?
Oh yeah, no, today was not great. Yeah,
that I think I insinuated that we would.
No, I think you said. I think you asked how much money would it take?
That's right. That is what I said.
You to go find boys on an island.
Yeah, I'd like to be. The goal is to be an HBO Max podcast.
It would have to be something like that.
But I think we're more of a Hulu kind of. I feel like we've got that vibe about us.
But that everyone's got it, but no one watches.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You just get it for free with Disney Plus or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this turned into something. We talked for a while.
It was enjoyable. We didn't get.
I don't know if any of it was interesting, but we talked.
Yeah, it was good.
What are the people saying in the comments? Anything before we get out of here?
Great way to end a miserable day. Shout out to Lewis. Makad said, yeah, one of the 10 live viewers is definitely a Patreon lead, a Patreon person. And I said, going to be free, Makad, clearly a new guy. And he's yelling at me for hazing him. So shout out him.
I don't get what he means. One of the 10,
Because I
definitely a
said
Patreon guy.
I was yelling at Patreon to change their platform. Obviously, I was being very serious and knew they were listening. So he took me seriously.
Oh, that's good. That's good that you're getting into arguments with these people as we're doing the show.
Yeah, that's just. Remember when I said that's the stuff I don't bring up, and I just type it out real quick.
Why are you heckling the viewers we have?
Yeah, we're having fun. We're busting balls. Everyone's. This pod is getting me through my last hour at work tight.
Wow, thank you.
Oh, Lab Rat Lab Rat wins. This podcast belongs on FX. Definitely.
That's FXX, actually, I think.
FXX, yeah. FXXP, the new pod division.
I like that.
Perfect. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, hey, if you want to chime in on the comments, then make sure you subscribe to patreon.com/blindmike if you would be so kind.
Extra, please.
As little as $1 a month. I always forget Jerry's going to chime in with me.
He's stepping all over you.
As little as $1 a month, you get 2 months free if you sign up for the year on the $5 or $10 tier. And go crazy and sign up for the $500 a month tier if you'd like.
Please.
And check out Very Good Show.
Hell yeah.
Follow at Craig VGS. Make sure you listen to those boys.
New episode tonight at 10. And if you haven't listened, go back and listen to our latest episode, Not Corrupt. Please. Thank you.
And but we never say this, but make sure you leave a 5-star review.
Oh, so yes, definitely do that. So I always said on Very Good Show to leave mean 5-star reviews and we'll read them.
Mm-hmm.
So on Sunday, someone actually called in and started trashing us and then yelled 5 stars and hung up.
That's fun.
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, so do that. I never say that, but throw some 5-star reviews on there if you wouldn't mind. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. These are all free ways to help the channel if you don't want to pay. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and comment. All of that helps the algorithm. And I think that's it, right? Oh,
that's all I got.
Matt from Rhode Island Vaulted Podcast. Check that out as well. Check out The Average Nobodies. Matt from Rhode Island is a good man. He does good work. So if you do a podcast yourself and you need a little help, check out Vaulted Podcast.
Opening and closing the show with the Vaulted Podcast review. I think we're done for a month now with them.
At least the way I've been going, yeah. All right, boys. Pesci, take us away.
And I think to myself, wow, what a beautiful world.